31st of August, red line or deadline for Afghanistan. Hello and welcome to another episode of Rashtram, where nation matters. And today we are going to talk about one of the most happening things in the world right now. Now, with the American army coming back to America on the 31st of August from Afghanistan, Afghanistanis, the Afghans and the people across the world are now worried that the soil of Afghan, as stated by several experts, will now be a super fertile soil for terrorism. All of us know that the Afghans are on very good terms with what we call the Al-Qaeda. Stated by the New York Times in their very recent article on the paper, they say that after the blasts and the firing that has happened in Afghanistan lately, they are seeing that Afghanistan is now a fertile ground for terrorism. Like I initially mentioned, that they are on very good terms with Al-Qaeda. Now, there's something that a lot of us don't know about Taliban, and that is that Talibans are not centralized at all. There are several other teams, or say several other lobbies amidst the Taliban, and while some of them are very true when they say that they just want people in Afghanistan to follow the Islamic religion, but while on the other hand, there is another lobby of Afghans who are reluctant to cut their ties with Al-Qaeda. Right. Now, after New York Times, BBC, that is the British Broadcasting Company, have also talked about how the Afghan soil will now majorly be used or is now going to be fertile for terrorism to prevail. BBC have also mentioned in their articles that Taliban are not centralized and they are unified. They are not really a unified force. While some of the leaders, like I initially mentioned, are true when they say that they would want to make peace, but the rest of them are super reluctant to cut off their ties with Al-Qaeda, and they seem to be inseparable from Al-Qaeda. Now, however, just how powerful Al-Qaeda is and whether it could now rebuild its global network on the Afghan land is not very clear as of now, but yes, that is something that's been predicted by the experts. Now, there's another regional group, there's another regional branch of Islamic State group that is called as the ISKP, which is Khorasan province. That is again a Taliban opposed branch of the Islamic people, just like the ISISK. Now, just like Al-Qaeda, ISKP as well, they have been degraded by the US in the note and after they went, but now they could use the post-withdrawal period to regroup again, and that is what is being predicted, and that is something that is dangerous not just for Afghanistan but for the entire world, and especially for the countries that have allies with the United States of America. Now, its fighter number right now could only be between few hundreds to 2,000, but it may try to gain footholds in the following countries that you see, that is Kazakhstan and several other parts of Tajikistan, and two more cities that they haven't named, which could be a serious concern for the entire Afghanistan, the region, and like I said, for the allies of United States of America, which means basically for the entire world. Now, another major fear that is rising right now is that the counting of young boys and girls who will be preached Islam religion and will be taught terrorism in the name of Islamic religion will now rise once again. However, Taliban, like I said, they have promised to make sure to prevent letting anyone. Now, I'm right now stating what their spokesperson exactly said. They are saying that they promise to make sure to prevent letting anyone use the Afghan soil as base of attacks against the United States and its allies. They only aim to implement Islamic government and will not pose threat to any other country. That is what they have said. But now, the question that the entire world has to the UNICEF is that what should the world do now? Because people, innocent people like you and me across the world have no clue of what's going to happen there now. Because several experts, analysts and people who have done enough research on this are saying that Afghanistan is now going to be the epicenter of terrorism, and that the soil is going to make and manufacture a lot of terrorists. The people of America, the people of several other big countries, there's now a debate going on in the United Kingdom and the United States of America about Afghanistan and what should be done, as UNICEF is now not taking any sort of action against whatever is happening over there. The Taliban have started showing the true colors. That is what the people of Afghanistan are saying after what happened on the Kabul airport. There have been more than 13 American soldiers that died in the attack, and post that there was firing too that happened. Now the question for each one of us that we need to ask the UNICEF is simple. The Afghan soil, as said by the experts, is now going to become super fertile for the terrorists and terrorism to rise from there. Where should we go? And what should we do? India, however, has a threat just as much as any other country in the world, and just as much as the United States of America. There are so many Afghans that have been brought back to India by the Indian embassy, who carry the Indian citizenship, but yet there are so many Afghan refugees who are stuck here without getting their Indian citizenships, and now they have gone to the Canada embassy, and that is again another news. But as of now, we would want to end our discussion and end this episode with a question: that what should innocent people like you and me